So this is the reality of Medellin, Colombia after a heavy rainfall. Now, Colombia is the wettest country on earth. It does rain here more than any other country on planet Earth. And interestingly enough, Medellin doesn't actually see the most rainfall in Colombia. It's actually Chocó in Colombia, which receives the most rainfall. It almost rains there every single day. But some months in the calendar year, like April we're in now, it rains a ridiculous amount. And I've just left my apartment. I'm on the street where I live. And guys, look at the traffic. This street is normally quiet. It's a through road. It's a relatively busy road, but normally there is not bumper to bumper traffic. As you can see here, guys, it is around 5 p.m. All of these cars here completely in a standstill. I'm gonna go and walk down and check it out. Bumper to bumper. Normally, guys, the traffic is running straight through here. There's never any hold up. Maybe if someone's turning left here, for example, to go in there might be a bit of a hold up, but more or less this traffic should be very smooth flowing. And it's basically just like in any other city. If the quiet through roads are going to be really busy and chocker and bumper to bumper, it means the main roads are absolutely insane. I would not be surprised if Avenida Poblado flooded today and became Rio de Poblado, because that usually happens when it rains a lot here. And this is just the reality of living in Medellin. It normally rains in the afternoon, 2, 3, 4 p.m. And when it does, you can basically waive any plan you had with regards to travel or taking a moto or taking a car goodbye, because there is no way in hell you could even get an Uber in the first place. And also, once you were getting the Uber, it would take you so long. It would probably take you 2 hours just to get anywhere in the city. Just can be careful here crossing the road, but it's not difficult because there's no through traffic. But just guys, check this out. Normally completely smooth traffic going down here, and it is bumper to bumper, and it goes all the way up. Look, all of these cars, guys, this is just the reality of living in Medellin, Colombia. Some of these will probably be Ubers, by the way, carrying people who had plans, they're up to meet friends, they want to do some stuff in the city. But if you live in Medellin, Colombia, you have to be prepared to wave your plans goodbye, because when it starts raining, the traffic grinds to a halt. And interestingly, I've been talking to a few of my local friends about this. The rain situation in Colombia has got worse over the years. And I know the mayor of Medellin is running some projects to try and kind of free up the infrastructure, how rainfall is kind of distributed or dealt with in the city. Because basically what happens is you get these flash floods whereby in 1 or 2 hours, sometimes even 20 or 30 minutes, areas, especially in Poblado for some reason near El Tesoro, get completely flooded and just inaccessible. Because guys, check this out. I think this car here is trying to turn right to go into the building, but like, look, it's almost impossible. It's just so much traffic. And we're actually going to walk down right now to Avenida Poblado, and we're going to go and check it out, and we're going to go and see how much traffic there is on that street, because I bet you it is going to be absolutely insane. And I'm in the fortunate position, it's Monday today, I didn't have any plans, I wasn't going to meet a friend, I didn't have to go anywhere, I'm just in my home doing some work with B. But yeah, if I did have plans, I would definitely have to cancel them, because there's no way in hell you can do any sort of travelling in Medellin right now with all this traffic. I'm just going to cross here. At least it makes it easier as a pedestrian to travel around when it's like this. But yeah guys, look. Okay, this is the road we were just on. You can see it snaking all the way up there as well. This road leads down to Avenida Poblado, that's where we're going to go now. But guys, look, it's moving a little bit in the other direction, as you can see. But generally speaking, the traffic, guys, is absolutely insane. It is literally just bumper to bumper. Nothing moving. Everyone's just left work. People probably left work early to try and miss all the traffic, but absolutely crazy. It is moving so slowly that there will be a lot of frustrated drivers here who want to get home, who want to just go and have their dinner with their families, but they probably can't. Maybe this is one of the reasons why dinner isn't a big deal in Medellin, Colombia, because when it rains hard, and it does rain often like that, then there's no way in hell you're getting home before 7 p.m. and by that point it's too late to have dinner. And you know what? This happens so regularly, sometimes every single day, that there is almost no point in making plans for the afternoon when you're here, because there's just such a high probability you'll have to can the plans, or if you do end up being out, you get caught out, you can't take an Uber home. That actually happened to me when I was at a night run club. It started raining torrentially. I couldn't get a taxi home, so I had to run back for an hour in the pouring rain in a storm in Poblado. And so in hindsight, I shouldn't even made these plans in the first place, because I'd have had to have cancelled them. But And it's a really interesting one because the weather in Medellin overall is really good, but one of the downsides of that, it is unpredictable to some extent. And as I just said, you can't really be confident in making plans for the afternoon and evening because the heavens could just open up. It starts raining torrentially. You could get stuck. Like for example, if it rains really heavily when you're out in the Mirador, you're in Mirador de las Palmas and you're looking out, you're enjoying the view, you're having a little chocolate con quesito, and then it starts torrentially raining, you can't get back home, you're stranded. This happens quite a lot, and it is one of the downsides of the weather in Medellin, is that it is really unpredictable. But when it does rain heavily, everything just grinds down to a complete halt, and they really need to sort out the infrastructure in the city, because I'm not a weather expert, but the rain isn't really a new phenomenon here in Medellin in Colombia. It rains all the time. It's been doing that for thousands, millions of years, and so they should really do a better job of having better infrastructure to get rid of the rainwater, like the streams, like the roads, like the drainage, all of that stuff. And yeah, it's something that they need to organize because yeah, in other cities I've been to, obviously the traffic slows down significantly after it has been raining a lot, but I don't think it's to the extent as here in Medellin. I think it is absolutely crazy how the city really just goes from 80 miles an hour right down to like 1 mile an hour when it starts raining a lot because of that valley effect, and it has one big river going down the middle. I think it has something like over 4,500 little kind of streams or rivers that lead into the big river. It means that if those are blocked, then you can just wave goodbye to any sort of fluid kind of traffic moving through when it starts raining a lot. Yeah guys, look, just walking along here. This is not Avenida Poblado, this is just another main road. Traffic on the other side of the road looks okay. We're just near the Euro supermarket in La Frontera. But yeah, it's moving a little bit now, the traffic, you can see guys. It's getting a little bit better potentially, but it's still really crazy. Yeah, you can hear people beeping their horns, people are getting frustrated, people are just, you know, fobbing other people off, flipping other people off, should I say. So this is an unpromptu video, as I'm sure you guys can tell, but I thought I'd bring you guys along with me just so you can see what happens after a rainstorm in Medellin, Colombia, because it really is crazy, and I didn't really know how bad it was until I actually started living here full time. I kind of knew before that when it starts raining, and it starts raining really heavily, obviously traffic slows down and you can't do as much stuff, but to the extent of which that happens is really, really wild. Okay guys, we are coming up to Avenida Poblado, and I'll show you guys what the traffic's looking like. It's not actually looking too bad right now here, so northbound not looking too bad. Yeah guys, look at the southbound one, everyone coming back to Envigado from the north of the city. Interesting, this part's actually okay. There's not too much flooding. Oh look, you can see you've got the people, the traffic wardens telling people where to go and everything. But yeah guys, this traffic is all bumper to bumper, and it will be going up for miles up that way. But interestingly, if you want to do a little run, you could do that right now. But yeah, part and parcel of living in Medellin, Colombia, and it's something I don't really hear people talking about often, but I thought I'd bring you guys along with me so you can see the real deal and listen to everyone fobbing other people off, beeping their horns and everything. Yeah, so take home from the video is do not make plans for mid to late afternoon in rainy season in Medellin, because you will have to cancel those plans, or just sit in an Uber and waste all your time, energy and money sat there in traffic not getting anywhere. So yeah.